Rank that.
Rank
Best
that.
man's hair.
As you can see, we're really up in the ante. I opened PowerPoint and made this instead of just a casual list on my phone.
Yep.
So this one's for the people. I put a lot of effort into it because you need more of a visual. So let's see. The first contestant. Contestant number 1.
Woo! Look at that baby.
Great hair. Great hair.
I like that.
So you want to break it down for us, Luke?
So what we have here is Brad Pitt, strong jaw, high brow, pointy nose, bright luscious lips, and what does he have?
Most importantly,
golden locks. And he looks like he is on the cover of GQ. Even better, he's in the middle of a war. Well, he's fighting the good fight.
I believe this scene is when he's talking to his mother, and she's explaining to him.
The goddess.
Yeah, she's explaining to him that if he stays and doesn't go to Troy, he will have a great family. No, he'll have a great family. He'll find a loving wife. He'll die, and his children will remember his name, and his grandchildren will remember his name. But after that, his name will be lost. And if he goes to Troy, he will die. But he will be remembered throughout history.
This is Achilles.
This is Achilles. And we still remember him because he's now a part of our Rank That Top 5. So that's installment number 1. That hair is going to be hard to beat.
Very
hard.
Look at the slight curl.
Not only the length.
The hairline, too, though.
Yeah, the complexity of colors. You have multiple different colors. You have a dark brown. You got a golden brown. You got more of like a classic bleach blonde mixed in there. It's all slicked back. It's kept off the forehead. It's got curls. It's got straight. It's very nice. It's all around what you kind of want to see. Okay. And that's why he let us off. You gotta start strong.
All right, and we're moving on to...
Have you seen these yet?
Hugh Jackman.
This is a very good look for Hugh. He, I don't know what role he was preparing for this, but I don't know
Desperate
about
Housewives?
I don't know about you, but this hair to me just does not work.
Keep going,
I'm just not. I don't know. It's something about it makes me giggle. He's not. It just doesn't really suit him. So I'm gonna give him a negative score on this. From the laugh factor, he's definitely funny. It looks like somebody photoshopped the hair onto his head. Like it does not look like it's his at all.
Yeah, so, it's funny how like some people can rock the long flow, and then some people look absurd.
Just does not work.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. So there it is. Hugh Jackman, number 2 on the red carpet. I don't know what he was premiering, but he better not premiere that hair again because it's a no-go for me.
And next up.
Ooh, a little Zorro.
Now that
beautiful
is a head of hair.
Antonio Banderas for all those listening.
There's a lot to that.
Yeah.
Not only the flow goes straight down to the middle of his chest, which I like.
Yeah.
But I like how one side
Let's keep it head hair here, okay?
I like how one side has a nice luscious poof,
and the other side
is wrapped around the ear.
And he keeps it a little bit more reserved.
That you know what, in filmmaking, it's
good hair.
That's called it's called like a half light or something, where you light one half of their face and the other half is bright. It creates an intensity to the scene.
That's why I said Antonio Banderas, deep in thought. He's thinking about something. He's got something on his mind, and it's burning inside of him. He needs to tell you, and it's a fierceness that I think that hair displays.
Yeah.
So, that's very close. It's very close to Brad Pitt.
Oh man, this might be. I'm sorry, Brad.
Well, that's you.
We're gonna play.
It's gonna be your list.
We'll go back through after we get the official pieces of hair that we're looking at here.
Yeah, once all 5 contestants have been announced, we're gonna make our list. So
Next up, one of my faves.
This is the peak.
Oh, look at that. He gets all of them.
So this is
the one right here.
This is the inspiration for the entire list. I was watching Harry Potter, and Lucius came across my screen, and there was an envy, but a respect. I was jealous of his hair, but I respected that he could rock that.
You understood it.
Well, I get it. Like I know that I'll never be able to have that hair.
You know what it is?
It's a gift.
He has the piercing blue eyes of that man who said, if you ruffle my beard, I'll put you over my back.
Yeah.
But he also has the hair of a billionaire.
Yeah. The thing about
this is what every billionaire
it's not even about the eyes. It's all about.
Oh,
come on! It's all about the hair here. So like, even take face away. You could put any face with that hair, and it looks good. Any face. I don't care what he looks like. He could be the ugliest. He could be Steve Buscemi, and you put that hair on him, and he's gonna do well.
He has better hair than 89% of women.
It's insane.
Look at that front bang, and then the other bang.
That one piece that just comes down.
Do you know what kind of work ethic
that takes?
Tease. That's an hour and a half every morning and before bed.
I want to know what his hair routine is.
I mean, you're not buying any kind of conditioner.
And you're not seeing it, but this hair, folks, it's a luscious flow, and it goes mid back. Like, that's mid back. Like, that's not just a shoulder cut. That is.
I'll put a graphic in a mid back flow.
Yeah,
too.
that's a low hanging hair.
And I think that the people need to understand that he's not young.
No.
He has a 3 head and hair that goes mid back in his mid to late 40s, maybe 50s.
That's a gift from God.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
To retain that color.
You can't get there if you don't already have the gifts. Like, a lot of people can take care of their hair and they can make it look nice-ish. But you're never going to get to that level unless you've been blessed by the Lord himself.
Well, here's the thing. Thank God he got his role in Harry Potter so he could afford this. Because a lot of people wouldn't be able to see the beauty that's inside of him if he didn't have... Oh, look who it is. Mike's here. Mike made an appearance.
Oh, people are going to love that.
Okay, next up, last on our list here.
And that was Lucius from the scene where he was giving Dobby a sock.
We all love Dobby.
Yep, Dobby was free after that moment, and his hair looked great, but he was furious.
Yeah.
Almost killed Harry with the Avada Kedavra spell.
Imagine he killed Harry.
In movie 2, what would we have done for the rest?
I mean, there would have been a lot of upset wizards.
Who would have saved the world? Ron? Yeah, right.
Wizards would have been fuming around the wizard world.
And now,
you're an
athlete. See, the thing about Yogs is he not only did he have it back in the 90s, but he had it at the end of his career too.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to choose between the two because they're so different, but they're both so nice. This is more of a modern classic look for a great head of man hair.
Looks blessed him later in life though. He was kind of weird looking earlier, but he got more attractive as he aged.
A lot of men do.
Yeah, it's weird. You got the salt and pepper in the beard.
Yeah, but
we're talking flow right now.
Yeah, so the hair, like this is more of an all the same length, just a real flow, and that's just like probably the craziest mullet ever made.
Right.
So I don't know. I wanted to get Yager in there because he's probably my favorite head of hair of any athlete. So I wanted to get athletes in there. I wanted to get a wizard in there, Lucius. I wanted to get a couple actors.
And this is a segment whoever the winner is, maybe next time we find another 4 that could possibly beat him out.
Yeah, I mean, and anybody in the LA Army, if you want to send in some good heads of hair, send it in to
Luke and Aaron.
Or Twitter.
The Luke and Aaron podcast at gmail.com.
That's it?
Yeah. Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, we just got a suggestion from the green room of Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze was in consideration. He did not make the list this time, but he will certainly be in the list later on.
All right, so let's hop straight into it.
Let's make our lists. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to have to go... So 1 being the best?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to have to go Yerme Yager, number 5. Just because...
Yogs is 5 for you?
Yeah, it's 5.
Wow.
Because I feel like anyone could grow their hair out like that, you know? It's just kind of curly and a mess. So it's not that extraordinary.
Okay.
I'm going to go number 4. Number 4 is Brad Pitt.
Hit me with you for a sec.
Brad. Number 4 for me is Brad.
Oh.
Number 4 is Brad.
Okay.
Just because it's a beautiful mop. But again, it's not overly well maintained. Like someone can grow with blonde hair, you can grow your hair out and
I disagree.
and rock that. Whatever.
I
I don't
disagree.
give a fuck if you disagree.
Well, this is part of it.
Fuck.
We got to give a little bit. It's a give and take.
I know. Okay, number 3. I'm gonna have to go with Antonio Banderas.
Wow.
That
Okay.
that is a well-groomed piece of lettuce on his head. I mean, like whoever his barber is. I mean, jeez, you really know how to rock a part because you got the right amount of sexy and intellectual. You got the right amount of suave and corporate. I mean, there's not a role on earth that he couldn't play with.
He could tie that back and be a businessman.
Yes, exactly. I would forget that that's even an actor. He looks like he could be a porn star. He looks like he could file your taxes.
So you're saying it's a he's sort of a chameleon with that hair. He can really assume any position that he wanted to, just style the hair different.
Absolutely. And there's just so much depth to that
Okay.
I think that really escalates him to the 3 spot.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm
2.
gonna go number 2, Lucius.
You're giving Lucius 2. Oh man.
Again, him and Antonio, they kind of have a similar thing going on where it's like they could rule the world with hair like that. You know, it's business,
It's
party,
enchanting.
it's hard to take care of. I'm glad he got this part because he could afford to take care of it.
It's mesmerizing.
It's on. I would smell his hair if I could. I would only be his friend because of his hair.
I just to get hair tips on how to do it for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what the director of this
You
movie
get
was
more out of
thinking.
that friendship than he gets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you think for a second that you actually want to hang out with this guy, you're nuts. Because most of the time you'll be hanging out with a guy who's just in the washer maintaining his hair.
He's a Death Eater too.
And when you look at him, you think, this guy is hot, enchanting, and I think he could rule the world.
He's a
with his
bad
eyes.
boy. You can change him. You can try to change him.
Here's the thing. I could see him in overalls, a denim jacket. I could see him in a leather jacket.
You can see him rolling out from under a car after just putting in some elbow grease.
I could see, you know what I could see him? Getting out of a car backwards in a full dress and going, holy shit, who's that hot chick? And then it turns around, it's like, wow, that's Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things I could see here. And that's why he's my number 2.
And number 1.
Very obvious choice. Very obvious.
Hughes what?
Hugh Jackman.
Wow.
I mean, can you get a better look than that? He's happy. He's sophisticated.
Yep.
It's perfectly groomed. I mean, there's not a hair out of place on that head.
Very nice.
And I think it suits his jawline. I like how the hair is long, and then I don't know what that's called, where it has the tidal wave at the bottom there. Yeah. He's got like the ultimate hockey hair. He looks like Chris Letang.
I like a little more curl in my hockey hair personally, but that's just me.
He is the type of guy who, when he drinks water, he makes a lot of noise with that hair.
I don't understand that, but I don't know what that means. But
You don't need to know
what I know is you can leave this on because he's my number 5.
Okay.
Okay, I disagree.
Rude.
I think this hair is hilarious.
Yeah.
It just doesn't match his face at all.
No.
It looks like it's been photoshopped off of someone's mom and just put on Hugh Jackman. So to me, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's my number 5. It's very nice. It's nice looking hair. He takes care of it. It's just not for him. Doesn't suit him at all. Number 4, Jaromir Jagr. I do tend to agree with what you said. It isn't well kept, especially this one. It looks like he's just kind of threw it back, which is in its own way pretty cool. Like, because it's like I didn't even give a shit, and it still looks good, right? But at the same time, when you're going up against these heavy hitters, you have to put in a little effort.
Yeah.
So that's 4. 3, I'm going to go Brad Pitt because personally, I didn't want to do 2 blonde guys as 1-2. It would make me look biased, first of all. And second of all, he didn't have the length or the styling
Brad Pitt.
he doesn't have the length or the styling of my top two. So I do like the curly flow, the ringlets that are coming down. You said the hairline's very good. It's pretty nice all around. It's nice. It's just not top two worthy.
Right.
Number 2, Antonio Banderas. This is kind of a smoky look.
Yeah, that's true. He does look like he could.
He's probably
a
smoked.
smoker's bar.
He's had a whole pack of cigarettes in the last like 48 hours.
Yeah, a whole pack of cigarettes, and he like, you know what? He wears tight pants around his studio apartment. That's what it is.
Yeah, and he paints a lot.
Yes.
But he's not like paid to do it.
He's got 3 chessboards. Mm-hmm. He only sleeps on a yoga mat.
Yeah, and he has a lot of estranged women that go in and out of his house.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hair really speaks for itself in this one. I don't really have to explain it. It's got a nice middle part. Those are rare. They're hard to pull off. As we said before, you got the long over one eye, a little mysterious, but on this side, you're like, oh, he's a nice guy. I could hang out with him. It's pulled back behind the ear. It's just a really good look. I think it's a great look. And it's number 2, but at number 1, he is the inspiration of this entire thing. Lucius Malfoy. It's the hair I've been dreaming of since I was a young child.
You could get there.
I watched this for the first time. I don't have the color.
Do you think that's natural or you think it's dyed?
It's natural to me. I think it's natural.
You think so?
Yeah, his eyebrows are like kind of blonde, which makes me think that it's natural.
You think he's got blonde pubes?
I don't know about that.
That'd be a very good question.
But I do know he takes very good care of his hair, and he's my number 1 pick.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick. I don't think we could have had more different first picks.
Yeah, but
I went for a more sleek look. You went for more eccentric.
Yeah. I went for more of a classic good hair, and you went for more
more for a wet dog.
Yeah, more of a favorite of yours, a personal favorite.
When you're running in the thunder.